Hi guys and welcome to my channel. My name is Stacy. If anybody is new, thank you for joining me. My slogan is Believable Brown Beauty. I'm basically the Ronseal of the YouTube world. I like to do believable brown beauty. That does not mean you have to be brown to stay and participate. It is just an explanation of the makeup I do on this channel. I do live Get Ready With Me's on Sunday mornings at 9:30 GMT, so I'll leave my Instagram handle for you here. Also at times I like to use makeup in slightly unconventional ways, so if that sounds like something you like, please keep watching. I have been inspired to do this makeup because of this. I bought some new Fenty Beauty stuff this week and I really want to try that out. And also we're moving into apparently we're moving into autumn. So I want to do some more autumnal looks on my channel. So we're just going to get straight into the makeup. First of all, I am using my Power Play foundation in G100. And I am just going to buff that all over my face. Well, that's a lie. It's not all over my face. It's just on my cheeks. I use a different foundation on my jawline, but I will share that with you in a minute. Then I'm taking my Chestnut foundation from Bobbi Brown. In number 9, it's the Stick Skin Foundation. I'm going to use the same brush and then just buff that in. I do this because my jawline is a little bit darker and slightly warmer than the centre of my face. So that my face doesn't look ashy and weird, I do this. I don't really like to put foundation on my forehead and I don't like foundation on my nose, so that's pretty much how I do my skin. Moving on to concealer. I am using my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in, oh, this is Cafe. This is not what I want, but I'll start with this seeing as I've already put it on. If you want to be extra, you can use 2 concealers, or you could be more organised and just get the right one out and use that the first time round. I mean, it does work. It does lift the bags a little bit, but I want it to be a bit brighter today. So now I'm going to use Almond over the top. And just make everything a little bit brighter using the same brush. This I think is my favourite Real Techniques brush because you can use it for lots of different things on the face. What brush is this called, I hear you cry? This is a setting brush, but I use it for everything: concealer, foundation, powder, blush, highlight, contour. It's a good all-rounder brush. Okay, now we're going to move on to brows. I'm using my Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter, and I'm just going to brush up Strugglina and then my good eyebrow. Okay, I'm going to move on to my eyes whilst my brows are setting. I am using a Caviar stick from Laura Mercier, and the colour that I'm using is Plum, and I'm just using this all over my eyelid. Then I'm taking a synthetic blending brush and just blending away the crease. And then just to intensify, I'm going to go over it again and blend this away. I'm then taking Swiss Chocolate Blusher, and I'm going to use this as an eyeshadow today. So I'm literally just working that over the edge of the purple. You can see I'm taking it quite high into my brow, into the front of my brow. I think it helps to create like a really alluring smoky eye kind of look. Yeah, happy with that. I'm going to go in and kind of address my brows before I get too far in eye makeup. I'm taking precisely my brow pencil in number 5 and I'm literally just filling in the gaps. I don't want this to be like a brow focus kind of look, and that's part of the reason why I did this much of the eye makeup first, so I could see how strong it was going to be and then decide how strong I want my brows to be. Then I'm just going to take my spoolie and brush everything in so it looks soft but structured. And I have done this a bit backwards because I should have done my brow highlight first. I wasn't sure I was going to do a brow highlight, but now I'm looking at it, I feel like it kind of needs one. So I'm going to take this tiny little brush here, and this is Cafe from NARS, and I'm just going to lift the outside corner of my brow a tiny bit. I'm starting with Cafe first because I don't want my brow highlight to be super strong. And if I use Almond concealer, it will just be too bright, and that's not really the effect that I want. I just want them to be a bit more defined and a bit sharper, but not the main focus of the makeup. So I'm just blending that down into the Swiss Chocolate eyeshadow. Well, it's not eyeshadow, it's blush, but I use it like eyeshadow. Make sure you don't blend it too far out. Then I'm going to take the same brush that I used for Swiss Chocolate and just make sure that where those two products meet, it's nice and smooth. Yeah, that's exactly how I want it to be. Cool. Taking a bit more Swiss Chocolate now. And just buffing that the whole way along. Okay, now moving on to Night Moth Lip Pencil. And I'm going to use this as a liner on the bottom of my eye. And then I'm just blending the edge away. I like Night Moth lip pencil as an eye pencil quite a lot because when you buff it out, you really see like the red and pinky tone to the pencil. And I like how that looks. I think I say this on every video where I use makeup in weird places. If you have particularly sensitive eyes, please don't copy and do what I do, because I don't have sensitive eyes, so I can do things like this and it doesn't affect me. If it affects you, don't do this. But I can put lip pencils in my eyes and it doesn't cause me any problem at all. I'm actually going to use this as a kohl pencil as well and work it onto my waterline. Yeah, that's cool. I think it's just a nice twist rather than using black or brown. I like this. I like how this makeup is turning out because, to be honest guys, I wasn't really feeling like doing this tutorial today. For real, I was really tired. But then I thought, no, let's just get it done. And actually, I am now enjoying myself. So I'm using Night Moth again. And I'm like extending the liner that I did underneath and wrapping it around into the shadow. I'm going to go back to the synthetic brush and blend that edge away. Oh, that's nice. Lovely, lovely. I have this vein on the side of my face. Whenever I blend my eyeshadow on this eye, well, not whenever, but for certain things, it makes it look like I haven't blended it properly, but it's just that I've got this dodgy vein. So annoying. Oh, this is nice. I like this. Yay. Right, so now I'm going to move on to this pigment I have used, I think maybe once on my channel before, but I thought I'd bring it out again. It's a loose colour pigment from Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics, and the colour is Smote. And I'm going to take a tiny bit from the lid. Because the thing with loose pigments is they have a lot of payoff. You don't need to dip it into the actual pot. And I'm going to use this, oh yes, as a highlight over the caviar stick. Did I say the colour of the caviar stick? It's plum. I don't know if I said that, but that's what it's called. Oh, this is, oh, I love this. Then now I am going into the pot, but I'm tapping it into the lid. I'm going to get a smaller mirror and I'm going to use this as my inner corner highlight. How nice is that? So pretty. Okay, I've just seen that I haven't blended my chin properly. You know, that would have annoyed the hell out of me when I got to the edit. It's very dark. It's very cloudy outside today. And even though I have my light on, it's still tricky to see sometimes. That is better. So, I also got given a little fly liner. Rihanna is so funny. The eyeliner is called 'Cause I'm Black. She's a joker. But they have an offer on at the moment that if you spend £60 in store, you get an eyeliner, like a mini eyeliner, a mirror and a lipstick. And that wasn't what swung me anyway. I wanted to go and buy some of her stuff, but it's pretty cool. I love the packaging of it. It's very pretty and sleek. It is a felt tipped liquid liner, which I'm not usually a fan of, but we'll see how this one goes. I also love that the cap fits on the end of the liner because most of the time they don't. So let's give this a go. I'm going to start on my weaker eye first. It's quite nice. Oh, it's really black. Wow. I wasn't expecting that. It's really nice. The thing is though, with these felt tip liners, they're always really nice the first try. It's as you start to use it for longer and longer that they dry out and then they don't give you as precise a flick. So I'll keep using it and see what happens. But the first try is good. If nothing else, I'm impressed with how black it is. Because usually these felt tip liners on me, when they dry, they go a bit grey, but this one's actually staying black, which is a little bonus. So I've only done it halfway along my eye because I want to do something a bit more interesting than just doing a flick liner the whole way. So now I'm going to move to a tiny bit of black kohl pencil and just fill in like the middle third of my eye. This is when I wish I had a macro lens so I could show you in more detail what I'm doing. And then I'm going to smudge that part of the liner because I want it to be smoky into sharp. Yeah, that looks really cool. And then I'm going to take the night moth that I used underneath and go right in the inner corner and blend that into the black. So it's like a gradient liner from really dark plum, dark smoky plum to a dark smoky black into a sharp crisp black. That's how I want it. Yeah, that looks so cool. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but trust me, it looks nice. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, so now let's do mascara. I'm using my Extended Play Giga Black as my first mascara. Then I'm using Rimmel Scandalise mascara in Wow Wing. My sister is here. Do you want to say hi? Just so they hear your voice and don't think I'm crazy. Thank you. My sister's here and she had this one from Rimmel and I was like, oh, let me see if it's any good. I don't like it. Sorry, sister. I mean, it gives you lots of volume, but then you definitely have to go through with a lash comb, which is what I'm doing now to separate your lashes because it is really clumpy. But colour-wise, it's good. It doesn't go grey, but it's just too much product at once. So next week's video, I'll be back with my... This is why I don't really often change mascara because I know what I like. I've started, so I'll finish. I'm just going to go over this eye. Yeah, I like this makeup today. What do you think?
Yeah, I love it. Beautiful.
I wasn't really feeling it, you know. I wasn't really feeling like doing this at all today, but actually, it's turning out okay. So I'm going to go back and just brighten some under eye a little bit more. Go back to the Real Techniques setting brush and just give a bit more brightness under here. Yeah, I think that looks nice. That Swiss Chocolate is a really nice colour as an eyeshadow. With purples as well, I like it a lot. It looks so pretty. Okay, so highlighter's done. Now I'm going to move on to the bit that I am probably the most excited about, which is the new Fenty Stunna lip paint. And the colour, well, I got Unveil, Unbutton, and let me check the name of the other one. Uncuffed. Today I'm using Unveil, which is the brown colour. I have some lip balm on. I'm just going to use my fingers and take that off. So I'm taking Coffee Lip Pencil. No, you're a liar. It's not a lip pencil. I just use it as a lip pencil. It's Coffee Eye Pencil from MAC. And I'm just going to line my lips. Why do I wait to be actually doing it before I say what I'm going to do? And now in with the lip paint. So the technique is to only use the applicator once, like not to dip it back in. So let's see how I go. Oh, that's really pretty. It's blended so nicely into the lip pencil. One thing I love about it is the fact that you only have to like use one dip to do your whole lip, and for me that never ever happens. As you can see, my lips are quite full and most of the time I have to dip in like maybe 2 or 3 times to fill my lip. But with this, I was able to do it once, which is pretty cool. And that means I can clean off the applicator and not contaminate the rest of the product when I use it with a lip pencil. So yeah, that's really nice. I love the colour. It feels super, super light on the lip. Really, really like it. Okay, I should stop saying that. I am using a Sephora Creamy Lip Paint in number 14. And I'm going to use this as my blush today. Going back to the setting brush from Real Techniques. And just buffing that in to the cheek. A tiny bit more blush. See, now that I've seen that on the cheek, I kind of want to put some on my eyes as well. So I'm going to take a tiny bit on the back of my hand. And then I'm going to use, what brush is this that I used before? A smudge brush from Real Techniques as well. And I'm literally just going to work that under my waterline. It's a tiny, tiny detail, but I love the way it kind of just marries everything together a bit better. I don't know if, could you see the difference? I don't know if you can see the difference. I never know until I watch when I'm editing it, but that, for me, makes a big difference. Should I put gloss on the lip or leave it matte?
Matte.
Really? I think gloss would be nice, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I thought the lip was a different colour, but when I got closer I saw this.
Okay, finally, I am going to use a tiny bit of lip gloss over the lip. And I am using a Bobbi Brown lip gloss in Rosy. The colour is Rosy number 22. And I've literally just put some on the back of my hand because I don't want it to get all brown. And I'm going to use my finger. Yeah. I like the slightly pink tint over it. I don't know, just for me it brings a bit more cohesion with the lip, the cheek, the eye. It kind of all flows together a bit better for me. And now that I have this excess gloss on my hand, it would be rude not to use it as a highlight. So I'm just going to tap it on the tops of my cheekbones here. This is kind of cool actually because somebody asked me on my live, I can't remember if it was the one I did during the week or if it was on Sunday, if you can use coloured lip gloss, and you can. And you have to really check with lip gloss that you blend all your edges really well. Because lip gloss highlight that's not blended looks really, really, really awful. Really awful. And that's why you see I'm moving my face. I probably look a little bit crazy, but quite a lot just to catch the light to make sure that like there's no lines of demarcation. It's a bit more labour intensive. Like you could do this with a liquid or a cream or a powder if you like powder highlight. It's a bit easier, but I really love the finish this gives. I think it makes your skin look really expensive. So I prefer most of the time if I'm going to use a highlight to use a gloss or something that adds texture to the skin. So now I'm happy with everything. I can go and set, oh maybe do I don't know what's wrong with me today. I can't stop adding things. I'm going to go back to the Swiss chocolate and I'm going to use this, if it will work, yes, as like a contour blush. I'll show you the colour of it here, just to enhance the cheekbones a tiny bit. It's not really strong in colour, but that works really well for this look because I don't want it to be really heavily contoured. But I just like the fact that I've got that here and I've got that through my crease. Okay, now I'm going to set everything. I'm going to use the same brush. I'm using my Cover FX matte setting powder, and the colour I use is number 5. Is it number 5? Or is it just called Deep? Well, it's Deep. Load up my powder brush, and let's go in for the set. So I'm going to strategically set the sides of my nose and under my eye, but just up to where the gloss is. I don't want to make the gloss matte. I'm going to go round and underneath my cheek, because I like the slight sheen from the liquid lipstick and from the gloss there too. Definitely set the 7 head, because when you use gloss or highlight on your face, it's really important that there's like, it looks intentional, and I feel like if you don't matte other areas, it can just make your whole face look greasy and not like you've done the gloss on purpose or the highlight or whatever you've done to create shine on your face. So set underneath my eye here, up to the gloss, and when I get up to it I'm patting really lightly because I don't want it to go from like matte to sheen with no transition. So I just try and bridge the gap, really gently tapping over there. Let's get rid of the shiny nose. And voila! That's it, that's this week's makeup. Oh, this is so pretty. Why do I always do this when I've got nowhere to go? I really like how this turned out today. What do you think, sis? She's gonna come and critique.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love the blusher as well.
Cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yay, that was fun. Okay, so what do I say at the end of my videos? Thank you so much for watching. If you're not subscribed already, please subscribe. Each one, reach one. Please tell somebody about my channel so it can grow. Hit the notification bell so you know when my videos go up. And I think that's it. Thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.